All right, we're going to get started. It is Tuesday, May 25th, 2021, right here at high noon. And I bet a lot of people are glad that this is a virtual meeting because it is going to be the hottest day of the year so far. So thank you for joining us as we talk about some service adjustments and some possible service changes for September. As we switch to the next slide, I just want to remind you that the purpose of this meeting is to provide information on some minor adjustments that are going to take place on Monday, June 14th. That is to help improve some on-time performance and make better connections for our customers. And then we're going to talk about some proposed changes that would take place on Monday, September 6, 2021, as part of our regular service changes. If you are a regular customer of COTA, you know that we make changes in January, May, and September of every year. So we're going to talk about some proposed changes for September. I just want to remind you that when we talk about the September changes, no final decisions have been made. So you'll have an opportunity to provide some feedback. I want to remind you that we're also recording the meeting, and we will post the meeting on our website at COTA.com. You can also see the meeting that we had last Thursday on COTA.com right now as well. And whether you're joining by phone or by computer, a reminder that you're muted and we can't see or hear you. During the meeting, you can ask questions and submit your comments in the Q&A chat if you're using a WebEx. And just be considerate of our meeting attendees and COTA staff. Again, if you're joining by computer, just submit those comments in the chat box. And if you're joining by phone, at the end of the presentation, I will kind of ask if anybody's on the phone and they can unmute and they'll be able to talk to us and ask their question. And if you're joining by Facebook Live, just submit your questions by commenting in the live stream. So we're gonna go to the next page and we have a nice, I forgot about this. Right there, you can locate and select the chat button at the bottom right of your screen, as you can see there with the number 1 over it. And then to go to the 2 drop-down list, just select all panelists and you'll be able to leave your comments there. Sometimes it gets left in the under the wrong setting and we can't see it. So just make sure that you go to 2 and then select all panelists. Let's go to the next page. And when you enter your question in the chat text box, just press enter on your keyboard. Just make sure you press enter, otherwise it's going to stay in that chat box and we're not going to see it. So let's go and meet the speakers. My name is Jeff Pullen. I'm the Public and Media Relations Manager at COTA. And I'm just going to talk briefly here at the beginning. And I'm going to let Amber Boyd and Drew Merrill take over pretty quickly. They are service planners here at COTA. And just a reminder, I want to also thank Alicia and Joe, who are providing ASL interpretation services provided by Deaf Services Center Incorporated. Before we get started on the changes, I just want to remind you of the COVID-19 policy updates. A big announcement we need to make sure that you're aware of. I know most people know that Governor Mike DeWine will end the health orders on June 2nd, but COTA has to follow the federal laws, which still require masks to be worn on all transit vehicles. That includes buses, our COTA Plus, our mainstream services. It also includes airplanes and trains. So it's a part of a federal guideline that still requires masks on all public transportation. In the meantime, COTA also will continue to provide the following measures to keep customers and employees safe. We have strict cleaning and sanitization protocols on all of our transit vehicles and at our high ridership stops. We have also, and you might notice, have installed barriers on all of our fixed route fleet, our coaches. We have also taken a closer look at the ventilation process for our transit vehicles and are assured that we have proper ventilation for our customers and our employees. And all of our transit vehicles are equipped with hand sanitizer to help you and our employees. So let's get started. Let's go to the next page. And we're going to bring in Amber. She's going to talk to us about the June 2021 service adjustments.
Thank you, Jeff, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amber Boyd, and I'm a service planner in COTA's Development Division. I'm just going to speak about a few changes that you'll see to our service this upcoming June 14th. Again, the following service adjustments will take place Monday, June 14th. COTA is focusing on restoring access where services were temporarily reduced or eliminated due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. The following service adjustments will take place to select lines. Looking at the line 4, Indianola Lockbourne, it's currently operating at an hourly frequency. On June 14th, we'll increase that frequency to 30 minutes, 7 days of the week. Looking at line 24, Hamilton, also operating at an hourly frequency, we're looking to increase that frequency up to 30 minutes, 7 days of the week, starting at the top of the alignment at Eastern Transit Center, all the way to Eastland Mall. It will operate at 30 minutes. And then from Eastland Mall down to Rickenbacker, we'll maintain that hourly frequency during peak times. Looking at the line 102 North High Polaris Parkway, it's also operating at an hourly frequency. And again, we'll be increasing that frequency to 30 minutes, 7 days of the week. COTA Zoo Bus returned on Saturday, May 8th, and is currently operating on Saturday and Sundays only. Beginning next week, Memorial Day, Monday, May 31st, the Zoo Bus will operate 7 days a week, and running through Labor Day, Monday, September 6th. After Labor Day, the Zoo Bus will operate on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays only, all the way until Halloween, October 31st. As a reminder, the Zoo Bus operates on major holidays, including Memorial Day, Independence Day, and Labor Day. For more information about COTA Zoo Bus service, visit our website at cota.com/ZooBus or call 614-228-1776. For specific zoo or Zoombezi Bay hours, visit columbuszoo.org. Next, I'm going to discuss some proposed changes that we have upcoming for September 2021. I want to iterate that these changes are proposed and no final decisions have been made at this time. Beginning on Labor Day, Monday, September 6th, changes will include moderate and minor changes to alignment on COTA lines 1, 2, 5, 9, 10, and 25. You'll see some proposed on-time performance and frequency modifications to COTA lines 5, 9, 23, 25, CMAX. And then you'll see a modified late night lineup times, which affect COTA lines 1 through 11, the 102, and COTA CMAX as well. Another change, we'll continue to monitor restored express lines, including the lines 13, 41 through 46, 51, 52, 61, and 71 through 74, and we'll add morning and evening trips based on ridership demand. Again, these changes are proposed and no final decision has been made at this time. Looking specifically at the frequency adjustments on COTA Line 5, West 5th Avenue Refugee, it's currently operating half hourly all day with hourly service on the branches. We're proposing to modify that frequency to 20 minutes from Gender Road Town Center to Wilson Road, and then 40 minutes on the branches, so from Wilson Road to Lincoln Village and to Renner Road Park and Ride. For the Line 9, West Mount Brentnell is currently operating hourly service. We're proposing to increase that frequency to half hourly during peak times, which is rush hour, and then hourly for the remainder of the day. For the Line 23, Jane Stelzer is currently operating at a half hourly frequency. Pre-COVID, it was one of our frequent lines, meaning it operated 15 minutes or earlier. We're proposing to restore that. For COTA Line 25, Bryce, currently the northern alignment is suspended and it's traveling from Canal Winchester at the south up to Mount Carmel East at a 45-minute frequency. We're proposing to restore the hourly service and that northern alignment. So it will be from Eastern Transit Center to Canal Winchester, again, at an hourly frequency. Finally, the CMAX is currently operating 10 minutes from 3 to 6 p.m. and then 15 minutes for the remainder of the day. We're proposing to maintain that 10-minute and 15-minute frequency. And then north of Northland Transit Center, we're proposing a half-hourly frequency. Next, I'm going to pass it off to Drew Merrill, our GIS service planner, to discuss specific routing changes.
Thanks, Amber. As Amber said, I'm a service planner here at COTA, and I'm going to be walking you through some of the specific alignment changes that we're proposing for September. First, for line 1, we're proposing a return to Riverside Hospital using Thomas Lane. Trips from Carriage Place Shopping Center to Riverside Hospital will run every 30 minutes. And you can see in the map on the left, the current alignment is in red. And the map on the right, you can see letter D, our return to Riverside Hospital. Next slide. Next up is line 2. Line 2 will return to Great Eastern Shopping Center. Trips from Great Eastern to the end of line will run every 30 minutes. And once again, you can see the current Eastern alignment on the left and the proposed Eastern alignment with the turnaround at Great Eastern and letter M on the right. Next slide. For line 5, we have a few different proposed changes. First, line 5 will move to High Street downtown in both directions. This change will provide a simple, more direct route through downtown. And you can see the current alignment in the map on the left in blue using Nationwide and Marconi in front, and the proposed alignment in orange on the right using High Street for both directions. Next slide. For context, this is our existing alignment for line 5. And the next slide has another proposed change. This involves a couple different scenarios. Under scenario A, line 5 will not return to serve First Community Village. Line 5 trips from Wilson Road and Trayview Road to Gender Road Town Center will run every 20 minutes. And trips from Renner Road, Park and Ride to North Wilson Road and from Lincoln Village to North Wilson Road will run every 40 minutes. Under scenario B, line 5 will continue to serve the First Community Village layover. Line 5 trips from Gender Road Town Center into West Fifth Avenue and Riverside Drive will run every 20 minutes. And there'll be hourly service to First Community Village, Renner Road, Park and Ride, and Lincoln Village. And I forgot to mention that the line 5 First Community Village layover was suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And under these scenarios, COTA staff is proposing to either permanently remove this layover or restore service to the First Community Village. Next slide. For line 9, we're proposing a change downtown. Line 9 will move to Front Street in both directions through downtown. And this change will provide a simple, more direct route. And you can see the map on the left shows the current alignment in blue using Spring and Long and Third and Front. And then the map on the right shows the proposed alignment in orange using Rich and Front. So a more direct route with less turns. Next slide. For line 10, we're proposing a return to serve Mount Carmel East Hospital. Trips from Limited Brands to Mount Carmel East Hospital will run every 30 minutes. And once again, you can see the current alignment on the left, in the map on the left, and the proposed alignment in the map on the right. Next slide. For line 25 will return to Easton Transit Center. Trips from Canal Winchester, Park and Ride to Easton Transit Center will run every 60 minutes. The current alignment for line 25 runs from Canal Winchester Park and Ride to Mount Carmel East Hospital. And the remaining route north of Broad Street is currently covered by our Northeast Bus on Demand Zone. And the trips on the southern portion run every 45 minutes. Under the proposed alignment, we would restore service north of Broad Street to Easton Transit Center, and trips would run every 60 minutes. Next slide. And this slide is just showing you the map on the right and the proposed alignment to restore service from Mount Carmel East to Easton Transit Center in the blue dash line. We also have a proposed change for lines 1, 4, 8 downtown. Due to ongoing construction on East Fulton Street, lines 1, 4, and 8 will head north on South 4th Street, west on East Mountain Street, and north on High Street heading into downtown Columbus. This change will provide a simple, more direct route between Livingston Avenue and High Street. And you can see the 3 maps on the bottom for lines 1, 4, and 8. The existing alignment is in orange, and the proposed alignment change is in blue on each of the maps. Next slide. Thank you. We also have a proposed change to our late night lineup. COTA's late night lineups are scheduled times when most major lines arrive downtown at the same time to provide transfer opportunities. Lineups occur at night on weekdays and weekends. The last lineup will leave downtown at midnight. The existing lineups are currently at 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. on weekdays and weekends. The proposed lineups for September would occur at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and midnight on weekdays and Saturday, and 10 p.m. on Sundays. And the lines included in the late night lineups are lines 1 through 11, the 102, and the CMAX.